A lot of people just kind of think that DPDR is just a kind of branch from general anxiety disorder. I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, and coming away and looking at the symptoms of people who have it, I didn't match any of them. So I think DPDR as a kind of thing is really kind of either not known about at all or really misunderstood. I first got DPDR when I was travelling in the summer with 3 of my friends, and the first stop was Amsterdam, so we just thought, being in Amsterdam, might as well just have a joint because we're there. Because before that I did smoke a bit, but it's not something I really did that much. I didn't even have that much of it at all. I just felt like I was suddenly in a dream, and I didn't really know what was going on. First of all, I thought it was because it must have been really strong because we were in Amsterdam, but the kind of feeling, the kind of weird brain fog and dreamlike feeling just didn't go away. Because I even tried to have a nap, thinking I'm probably just tired, feeling a bit groggy, but I wake up and it just still hasn't gone away. So.
Well, the first time was just before, it was December 2010, and my friend and I, we got this legal high, salvia, and we just bought it from the shop and we didn't really know anything about it, and I think we ended up smoking like 10 or 20 times the recommended dose, and I had this just really weird experience. It was like a weird dream state. It's just like this infinite sequence in my head, and it's like being in like hell or purgatory, it felt like forever. Me and my friends, we had this plan to take LSD, so we went ahead with that, and then I was back in that world, but it was even more intense. It was even more full on, and it felt like so much longer. And I knew it was coming on, as you know, within about 30 minutes I could feel the same feelings sort of coming over me, and I just knew there was no escape from, because I knew that this was going to be 12 hours in real time, but that I couldn't really get away. While we were on the trip, there was a song that would, if a song came on and I heard that song again, like one of them was Red House by Jimi Hendrix, and if I heard that song again, it would send terror all through my body, and it would put me back in that state. It was a really scary experience.
Initially, I really freaked out because I think it's a case with a lot of people. They think they're having some sort of kind of mad, like psychotic episode, because you really don't understand what's going on. I just felt I was in a complete bubble. I'd like kind of look at my hands or like touch my legs, and it would feel like it wasn't me. It was kind of, I was in not even in someone else's body. It was kind of a strange sort of third person out of body experience, just at a loss of what to do. But I felt that the more I kind of researched it on the internet, I kind of understood that it had a name and there were other people going through what I was going through. So I think I felt a bit more at ease once I'd kind of researched it. But over time, since I've kind of learnt methods to kind of control my thoughts and kind of curb the anxiety, it's kind of more just a background hum. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Sort of after the event, I dealt with it quite poorly as well. I think I was very depressed for quite a long time, and I had thoughts of suicide and things like that. So yeah, it was quite difficult at the time. I say it affects my life every single day since it happened. There's no escaping it. I tried to sort of deny it to myself and hide from it and run away from it, because it changed the way I thought about everything. It changed the way I saw everything, and I couldn't go back. I wanted to go back for a long time, but eventually I realized that this was kind of always going to be the way it was. That I had to just accept that I saw things in a different way. I saw people in a different way, but I began to see myself in a different way as well. And I think it changed the way I was. It changed the way I was with people. It changed what I wanted from life, what I was interested in. It got me interested in mental illness because I'd suffered from it myself. And it really sort of reinvigorated an interest in my course and gave me a clear plan for what I wanted to do. I think it's been the best experience of my life. I wouldn't go back. I mean, at the time it was horrendous, but well, obviously I couldn't have known when going through it that it would lead to this, but I think it made me sort of, maybe it sounds a bit cliched, but sort of at peace with myself and at peace with a lot of things, and I feel much happier because of it.
Don't keep reading about it on the internet. It's so easy to kind of get bogged down in people see writing on forums saying like, oh, I've had this for 10 years, I don't know what to do, I feel like life's not worth living anymore. And it's so easy to get kind of caught up in this whole kind of like sort of catastrophizing and stuff that's on the internet. But you need to think that the people who've had it and gotten over it aren't going to be sitting on their computer writing how terrible it is. They're going to be fine and feeling okay. So I think you need to understand that it's not a permanent thing. You obviously don't know how long it's going to last, but I think if you treat yourself well and you're just sensible about it, and also do go seek help. I'd recommend like CBT or kind of just mindfulness, meditation, that kind of thing. I think just stuff that's kind of reprogramming yourself without drugs or anything like that. I think that would be my kind of main things to recommend, really.
Well, I think it leads you to feel a bit of hopelessness in that no one understands you. But I think I tell someone that, you know, there've been people writing about this kind of thing for thousands of years, 4,000 years. So it's not that no one understands. I think it's just such a difficult thing to express. There's definitely hope for someone who's suffering with this, and that it's not, you know, you're not going to feel terrible forever, and also that you can't really change it. You can't take control of it. You have to go with it.